Chaps, how's it going? Just thought I'd do an update video, show what I've been doing. Like everyone else, I don't think at the moment I haven't been doing a massive amount. Bit more work on the Polonics. I probably don't look any different since the last time you see them, but I think they were just base coated last time, so I've basically done all the layered all the trousers up and the bed rolls on these. Oh, crikey! So sort of grey and bright white now, so it seems dark in here, Stephen. I don't know why. So I've got those done. That's a different colour white I've done there. It's more of an off-white. Done all the bread bags on them, blanket rolls and stuff. So I need to get cracking on these, but I'm sort of finding my way with them a bit, and I've changed things quite often. Do a few models, and I'm over painting until I get something I like. I still feel like I need to get a bit more contrast on these greys and browns, but once I've got one unit done, hopefully I'll write all my methods down that I'm happy with at the end, and hopefully I'll go a bit quicker when I start some of the others. I've got a company of rifles I've started on. There's only 4 models. This is just a company of skirmishers. I'm going to paint these up as the 60th All American Rifles. I was going to do 95th, but I thought I'd do the 60th. So it's just 4 of those. These are on penny bases. I got these from war bases, which to put them in, because I like to be able to use these singly as well, maybe for sharp practice when I've painted some of the rifles up. So they're on pennies. What I plan to do to store these figures is get some magnetically lined trays to keep them in. I was going to buy the wooden bases with the magnet stuff on them, like these. I've had these about 8 years. This is why they're not even MDF, it's actually real wood on there, and you get this magnetic stuff. But I was reading on the forums, I can't remember where I read it now, but a few people sort of backed it up, that this stuff loses its over years, loses its magnetism. And I've had these about 8 years, and to be honest, they have got no grip left in them whatsoever. They barely magnet. So you put it stick it on the side of the fridge, it starts to slip down. That's how weak the magnet's got. So what I'm planning to do with these is base them on sheets of metal, and then line the tray with magnetic sheet. And at least if in years' time the magnetic sheet loses its magnetism, I haven't got to rebase the miniatures. I can just buy a new sheet of magnetic, whatever you call that stuff. But it's going to be a lot easier than if you're basing it on this with this magnetic stuff on, and it loses magnetism in 10 years' time. You've got to rebase your miniatures. So that's what I plan to do with those. So what else I've been doing? I've got a Gladiator here I've done. The others are sort of on their way to being done, but this one's finished. So if I want to show you that, I'll show you this one. This one's just had the flesh done on it. So, I've got these the shield decals from Little Big Man Studios for these, which is pretty cool. If you look at that, before I put the, I don't know if it's going to show on the camera, but before I put the varnish on, the flesh on this one was the same colour as that, and the varnish I've got has really sort of made it go quite pale. I mean, it looks alright, I don't mind. You can just definitely see the difference of the varnish that I've used. It's made a problem. I've been using this artist varnish for ages, this Galleria stuff, and I find that my miniatures, even after months, sort of stick to the foam in the cases. So I thought, well, I need to change my varnish. So I was looking on eBay. You get this stuff from Vallejo, which is good, which I run out of. I had a bottle this sort of size ages ago that I run out of, so I bought the stuff from the art shop, and it isn't working very well. But you can get one of these for about £6, or you can get one of these for £12, which is half a litre, massive one. So I thought, oh, I'll get one of these. I thought that's the cheapest way of buying it, for £12, and I won't have to replace that for years. What I've actually realised sort of now I bought it, it's a different code. This is actually again, this is artist varnish for bloody canvases and stuff. So I don't know if I might have dropped a bomb buying this stuff, because that's the stuff that's made that go a bit pale. But what I'm going to try when next time I've got something to varnish is try that stuff, but then thin it down 50%, and it might not be quite so bad. But I'm trying to get a varnish I like, but just buying it in small pots is, well, it's okay, but I thought I'd get a big pot and be clever. But I haven't wasted money on that stuff, but it might not be so bad when I've thinned it down. So that's those. What else? Got the others. done some work on the other ones. I need to get. I keep swapping about between projects at the moment. There's sheet decals on that. I've done the wolf's head and well, if that's flesh, is just a base coat. I've got to highlight that up. I think it's pretty much the same with this guy. Just done the base coats on the flesh, and I've done his crest on his helmet. I always do anything dry brushing first. So I need to crack on and get those finished. I've got all. This is the Warlord Games Napoleonics. I've got all these made up and primed, ready to go. But what I tend to do, unless I can sit down for 2 or 3 hours, I don't like to pick up the paintbrush just for an hour. I don't really. So what I tend to do, if I get an hour here and there, is build and prime models. I've also nearly got all my hussars. They're in the drawer. They're not primed, but they're nearly all built. But they're in the drawer there. So I've been doing a lot of getting models ready for painting, but not so much of the painting. It's like tonight. I come out here. I finished work late. I thought I'll get some painting done, but it's too late now. I can't be bothered to start, so I just made a video instead. But I need to get on. But usually it's weekends where I do most of my painting, and when I come out here of an evening and to the early hours and put sort of 6 or 7 hours in, but most weekends I've had stuff to do, and I've got barbecues coming up and weddings coming up, and it just seems every weekend I've got other things to be getting on with. But I'll get there eventually. I don't think there's much else to report really. I left a message on your video, Von Ketteringham, this evening, but you did ask me on my last video what I use for my flesh tones. I use these ones. I think I use them pretty much for my go-to sort of triad. I use the Panzer Aces there, the flesh base and the flat flesh. That's what I normally use for pretty much all my flesh tones. There's another one actually, if you're doing female flesh, I use this one as well, which is a lighter one, Panzer Aces. But I think these Panzer Ace flesh colours are really, really, really good. So, and also the model colour flat base, but that's what I pretty much use for most of my flesh. I mean, that's the same what I would have used on this guy. But like I say, it's gone pale because of the varnish, but I'm pleased with how these come out. I do like these minis. They look much better when they're painted up. So, but there's no rush to get these painted until some more miniatures come out, or I know someone else has got a crew. Then I'm not going to get a game. So 6mm I haven't touched, I'm afraid. I will get on with them. I sort of find it hard with 6mm. If I try and speed paint stuff, I've got my long-winded ways of painting stuff, which I enjoy. I can sit there wasting hours just painting slowly, and stuff gets done when it gets done. If I try and speed paint stuff, I just get bored out of my brain and lose interest. So I've only got, I just can't. I've tried with these trousers, trying to just do like, I don't know if anyone's familiar with Kevin Dallimore, just getting 3 colours and just blobbing on like sausage shapes that people do to get like a good tabletop spin. And I just get bored doing it. And I'll sit there bloody thinning paints and layering it up slowly. It might take forever, but at least I'm having fun. So I don't think I'll ever be a speed painter. But anyway, guys, here's my update. So take care all, enjoy your weekends and that, and look forward to seeing some videos and what you guys are up to. Alright, ta-da. Alright, I just watched my video back. Something else I wanted to mention also, by the way, not all American rifles, I don't know what I'm thinking of. Royal American rifles, but not that fucking matters, I'm sure you knew what I meant. I just wanted to mention about the Napoleonics, because since I've been doing the Napoleonics, honestly, I've been doing sort of online research. I've got a few books, but nothing spectacular. Not much books on this, not reference material on this period anyway. Not the Peninsula. So I've been sort of research, because I plan to do these. These are going to be the 27th in the Skillings, so they're going to have buff turnbacks, and also what would normally be the white belts are in buff and that as well. So that's what I'm going to do these. The only reason I really picked that unit is it's because one of the flags that comes in the box, so somewhere to start. But I sort of realised quickly when I thought, I'll just get a Peninsula Force. I'm not trying to recreate any actual battle, but you definitely need, or I think you definitely need to find a battle or a date and build a force around it. Either that just gets too confusing. So what I think I'm going to go for, I'm not planning to reenact any battle per se, but I'm going to build this force round Vittoria, because there's one of the battles in the Peninsula that gives you the most options with the Spanish, the Portuguese, KGL, and there's some other quite quite unique units in there that there's only a battalion of, like Bavarians and things, I think, off the top of my head and stuff like that. But it just looks like, you know, it's sort of one of the battles that has got the most choice. So eventually, you know, over years, it'd be nice to sort of add some of, you know, Spanish and artillery, cavalry, infantry, Portuguese and KGL and all that. So, you know, just she's not painting bloody red coats constantly. So that's my plan. But also looking at Talavera as well, which the 27th are also there as well. So if I do change my mind, it's not a problem. But that's why I've done. Also, I sort of didn't mention this. Why I was going to do these as a 60th, because I was looking at the brigade. I thought as a starting point, if I do these as the 27th, then I might as well go on and do the rest of the brigade. And that brigade had 2 companies of 60th rifles attached to it. So I thought, well, it gives me a starting point. I can't remember the division, but that certain brigade, I think I might try and get that painted up first, and then just go from there. But you know, it's not important. I've got no ideas of recreating Vittoria, but I think it's good to have to have a point of reference or a battle just to build the force round. But anyway, I just thought I'd say that. So, all right, cheers.